there be anything else, madam?
Thank you, no. Ah, yes, the cigarette box for Princess Tverskoy.
You shouldn't encourage me. So you mean to tell me you've heard nothing for 2 whole months?
Not a word. Nor have I had any letters from the lawyer that I was threatened
But
with.
that's extraordinary. Do you think he's changed his mind?
It would be most unlikely. His sister has written to me twice to tell me that Seryoja is well. Seryoja himself is permitted to write once a week. His letters are dictated, I'm sure, very carefully.
Anna, how can you bear it?
Because I must. And really, Betsy, thinking it all over calmly,
Calmly?
Oh, yes. These days, I'm very calm. I've come to realize that my husband has every right on his side.
You can't mean that.
But I do. It was only when I was with him, in the same room, that I used to be confused. His presence, his physical presence, had become so nauseating to me that I could feel nothing but loathing.
That I understand. He's a coward, too.
Yes, but he can't help it.
Are you saying you feel pity for him?
Yes. In a strange way. I have treated him badly.
Would you live with him again, if he did change his mind?
Never.
Then, my dear girl, you have reached an impasse. Shall I tell you what I hear? He's in Moscow, staying at the Hotel Dussault, licking his wounds.
What wounds?
Well, you remember the famous commission, of course, about the native tribes.
Well, yes, I suppose
Your
so.
husband won a brilliant victory in August. The commission was appointed and made its report a week ago. All its findings agreed with his contentions.
Well, then.
Wait, can't Stremov. Oh, you remember Stremov.
That, wasn't he the man who opposed Alexey when...
Exactly, a clever man, clever man. Well, suddenly he came right over onto your husband's side. Then he went further. He proposed and pushed through some changes so radical that the whole commission was discredited. Then he quietly retired and your husband got all the blame. Comical, isn't it?
Do you think so?
Well, I think it's hilarious, like all politics. Mind you, Anna, it's not all over. I'm told your husband still has an ace or two up his sleeve.
Anna! Oh! I'm quite all right.
You're not.
Yes. You've never had children, Betsy. Let me tell you, this is the moment you wait for all those weary months.
What can I do?
Oh, leave me here. Yes, I mean it. And find Anushka, my maid. Ask her to send for the doctor.
Anna, are you sure?
Betsy, please.
Your Excellency.
Yes?
If you'd care to sit in the drawing room.
I shall sit here.
Alexey. Alexey. Anushka.
What is it, madam?
Oh, poor Anushka. Nothing you can do. No one ever taught you to write. Doctor.
Is the pain bad?
Oh, no, not now.
Well then.
I want someone to send a telegram.
But-
Please.
I'll arrange it.
A telegram to my husband. Alexey Alexandrovitch, Karenina, Hotel Dussault, Moscow. I'm dying.
That's not true.
Please, write what I say. I think you are a friend of Sludin, my husband's private secretary.
We are acquainted.
But then, nothing I say will surprise you. Right.
Very
Please.
well.
I beg you to come at once, I shall die more easily with your forgiveness. Sign it. Anna.
Vasily! I hardly recognize you. You've let your whiskers grow, haven't you? Karenina, number 7, along here.
Yes.
Thank you. Levin!
Steve!
Oh.
Hey.
Now, that makes it all perfect.
We'll just leave it in there.
So you're back. Been abroad, haven't you? Where?
Germany, France, England.
How was Paris?
Well, I didn't go to Paris. I've been studying agricultural methods. I learned a great deal.
Oh, yes. Well, I'm delighted to see you looking so well. And in such good spirits. You know, somebody told me that you were down in the mouth and kept talking of nothing but death.
Well, what of it? I think continually of death.
Oh, do you now?
I tell you frankly, Steve, I value my work and my ideas, but they're only a vanity. This whole world is nothing but a grain of mildew.
Oh?
And our lives, a moment of eternity. So, we might as well pass our lives amusing ourselves as best we can.
Well, my own idea entirely.
Because we shall soon be dead.
Why soon? You know, if you weren't so funny.
Funny?
You'd be in danger of becoming a bore.
Steve.
No, I was only joking. Look, my dear fellow, if you could bear to enjoy yourself for an hour or two, do come to dinner. Your brother Koznichev might be there, and Karenina, I hope, and a few others. Will you come?
Yes, I'd like to.
Good. Come when you're ready, and don't be late.
When you get to St. Petersburg tomorrow, don't forget to go and see the Countess Lydia Ivanovna. Give her my note.
I shan't forget, sir.
When the deputation from the native tribes arrives, she must arrange to look after them.
Pilot them was your expression, I think.
Exactly. They're very naive. They imagine that all they have to do is to explain their needs and ask help from the government.
They do seem a little childish.
What do you expect? They must adhere strictly to the program I've laid down. If they don't, they'll play directly into the hands of my opponents.
Stremov particularly.
Yes, that'll ruin the whole business. Now, if you... Oh, see who that is, will you? I gave orders I was not to be disturbed.
Mr. Vronsky to see Alexey Karenina.
I'm sorry Mr. Krennin's seen nobody this morning.
Dear young man, don't be nice.
But, sir...
I know he's in. They told me downstairs. Anyway, he's expecting me.
Well, come in, please.
Tut, you'll come to a bad end. Oh, I see you're not dressed for dinner. Never mind, shall we go?
I'm sorry I can't come.
Why? We're expecting you.
I cannot visit your house.
Why on earth not?
Because all relationships between us must end. Finish from now on.
But why?
Because I'm starting divorce proceedings. I'm going to divorce your sister.
That's not possible.
Now, I'm afraid it is. I've thought about it for 2 months, and finally Well, this letter contains firm instructions to my lawyer.
I don't believe it.
In it are enclosed written proofs of her guilt, letters from her lover.
Oh, good God. Well, if that's the case... My dear fellow, you sure there's been no misunderstanding?
I only wish there were.
Karenin, you're a man of principle, first rate. And Anna, well, forgive me, but Anna, I beg you, do nothing in haste.
I'm not acting in haste, far from it. But my mind is made up.
Well, do one thing. See my wife, see Dolly.
But I
She
don't
loves Anna
see-
like a sister. She's a wonderful woman. For God's sake, talk it over with Dolly.
Well, I really don't know. That's why I didn't call at your house. I supposed our relationship should be changed.
I don't see that. We're friends, aren't we? Even if... Well, I wouldn't presume to take sides. Who am I to judge? But come and see Dolly. Will you?
If you wish it so much, yes, I shall come.
Oh, hello, Matvey. I'm late, as usual.
As usual, sir.
Is everyone here?
Of course, sir. Let me take your coat, sir. If I may say so, sir, I'm very relieved to see you.
Relieved?
Well, sir, when gentlemen go travelling abroad, mixing with foreigners...
You mean anything might happen?
Exactly, sir.
Well, put your mind at rest. Nothing did.
Quite true, Petsov, yes. The Poles are not Russians, but now they are part of our nation. They should be, Russified, so to speak, for their own benefit.
Oh, they're quite well indeed, Mamma, yes. But little Grisha had a cough, did you not tell me?
Completely cured, Mamma, thank God.
So he called for days running sharp at 12. All pink and solemn. My husband was most intrigued.
What about you?
It was all I could do to keep from laughing out loud.
Now, come along, everybody. If we wait any longer, we'll all die of thirst.
Alexey Alexandrovitch.
With pleasure.
Take my word. So he's arrived? Yes. Ah, good. Alicia, my dear, allow me to be your escort. You see how it is? Even at my age, I capture all the pretty ones.
If there's one thing that bowls me over, it's flattery. I don't care who flatters me. I love it.
Konstantin Dmitrievich.
I haven't seen you
I was
since...
driving to Yergashova.
You put your head out of the window.
We nearly bumped noses. It was rather a shock to see you that evening. What were you doing alone on the road?
I'd been harvesting. It was a glorious day. The peasants were singing as they went home.
Oh, I haven't heard them sing for ages.
Then you must again. Soon. The thing was, they were so happy, so natural. I was sorry I couldn't be a part of it.
How could you be?
I know. But I was feeling as though I belonged nowhere, and suddenly...
I popped up. Out of nowhere.
Kitty. Yes.
Thank you for waiting. I do so want to speak to you, and we couldn't talk in the drawing room.
I have to leave in any case, but I wanted to bid you good night, with my thanks for a pleasant evening.
Oh, wait. Forgive me, I have no right, but I love Anna. She's been such a good friend to me. I beg you to tell me what's wrong. What do you accuse her of?
But surely Steve has told you.
I don't believe it. I can't believe it.
But one can't deny facts.
What facts? What has she done?
But you insist on details?
No.
Well, nevertheless, I shall satisfy you. My wife admits her infidelity. Indeed, she boasts of it.
Oh, that's not possible.
I would give a great deal to have any doubts. While I was in doubt, it was hard, but not as hard as it is now. When I doubted, I could hope. But now there's no hope. And still I doubt everything. I'm in such doubt that often I can't bear to look at my son. Sometimes I don't believe that he is my son. Now, can you imagine what that means?
Yes. Yes, I believe I can. So you mean to divorce her?
There's nothing else to do.
Oh, there must be anything, only not divorce.
But you must understand that this trouble isn't like others, like illness or somebody's death. One can't just bear one's cross. It's necessary to act.
I see that, and I do sympathize, but divorce? We should be nobody's wife. She'd be lost.
at her own choice.
Oh, how could any woman choose that? But even so, you're a Christian man. Can you not forgive?
I've tried, but I can't. I don't think I'm spiteful. Until now, I've never hated anyone. But I hate her. I hate her with all my soul for what she's done.
Still, you could be merciful. Love them that hate you.
That is just possible. One can't love those whom one hates. I'm sorry, I didn't want to upset you. But you must realize that it's all over. Good night.
Oh.
More! Uncle!
Chopin, perhaps.
Very well.
Happy, Kostya?
Yes, yes, a wonderful evening.
So it's not yet time for us all to die?
Something I've wanted to ask you for a long time. You said it could not be.
It is. That means never. But it's not true.
Then.
I should be so happy if...
Forget and forgive.
I understand.
Playing secretary? Oh, please don't concern yourselves. Dolly won't mind and the servants won't understand.
Papa.
But if we're not going to be late for the theatre, we should be getting ready to leave.
And you opened both telegrams?
Was that wrong, sir? I thought if anything urgent.
Oh, it's quite right, quite
They're
right.
on the table.
Stremov appointed Chief Commissioner. Well, you see what this means.
They must be mad, sir, to appoint him
Those
as
whom the gods wish to destroy. Never mind about me, that's of no consequence, but really to appoint Stremov, a man totally unfitted for... Well, they'll live to regret it. Won't alter my plans.
Perhaps, sir. Perhaps you should read the other telegram.
Oh? This is a trick. Isn't it? It's a trick.
I must say so.
I suppose it's true. And she is dying. Maybe so. And if she is repentant? Am I in time for the train to Petersburg?
You have more than an hour.
Very well.
Sir,
yes.
Have you thought?
What is it?
If it is the confinement and you should be in the house...
No, I've not asked you
I'm
for
sorry,
your
sir, I must speak. Wouldn't your presence legitimize the child? Wouldn't it prevent the divorce?
You're a good fellow, Slutin, but my duty is plain. This is a moral decision. Besides, if that should prove not to be false and I should not go, then I should be condemned. Rightly condemned before the world.
Alexey. Alexey.
Hello, Petrov.
Your Excellency.
Is there any news? How's your mistress?
Safely delivered yesterday of a healthy girl.
I see. Is my wife well?
I'm sorry to say not. They tell me she's very ill indeed.
Who's with her?
The doctor and the midwife, Your Excellency, and Count Vronsky.
Thank you.
Excuse me, sir, but are you...
I'm Karenina.
Well, thank God for that. Thank God you've come. She keeps on about you, so she keeps on. One moment, just a moment.
She is dying. The doctors say there's no hope at all. Will you let me? I am entirely in your hands. I must do whatever you wish, but please let me stay here.
Because you see, when of course, Alexey Alexandrovitch, not Alexey. How strange it is they should both be called him. Yes, it is strange, but somehow it's quite proper and natural. I've always thought that. But he will come to me. I know he'll come. He wouldn't reject me. Not when I beg him to forgive. You see, he's a good man. You don't know how good he is.
It's fever, Your Excellency. She's delirious.
Theriota had his dinner? I know they'll forget him. Oh, yes. He must be moved into the corner room. No! No, Walter! I want my baby! But you said I... Yes. Yes, I know, but... Very well. Let the nurse have her. In fact, it's better, yes. Alexei's coming soon. May hurt him to see her.
He has come. He's here. Anna Arkadyevna, look. He's here.
Alexei, I knew you wouldn't fail me. There's very little time left. That's why I'm in such a hurry. Because there's no time. I couldn't bear to die without you. Thank you. I wanted to tell you something. What was it? Oh, yes. I wanted to say I am still the woman you married, but there's another woman in me. I'm afraid of her. It was she who treated you so badly. She thought she hated you. It was she. But I'm not that woman. Not anymore. I'm my real self. And all I want is to be forgiven. Forgiven completely. It's easy to forgive good people, but to forgive wickedness, much more difficult. Oh, I am sinful, I know, but... Nurse used to tell me. The Holy Martyr, what was her name? She was worse, but she was saved. And I'll go to Rome. There's a wilderness there, and I shan't be in anybody's way. But I'll take Serioja and the little one. But you'd never allow me to do that, would you? Would you?
Anything. Anything you wish.
You see, I told you. But why doesn't he come? Alexey Kirillitch! Alexey. Come in. Oh, give him your hand. No. Look at him. I want you to look at him. He's a saint. Take your hands away. Alexei, cover his face. I want you to see him. So you must forgive each other. Ooh. Dream come true. Now everything's done. I'm ready. Just stretch legs a little. Oh, it's good. Horrible curtains. Badly. Flowers drawn. No, not like violets. I'm falling. Oh, God. Oh, God.
Your Excellency.
come in here, please? The doctors have just told me.
Yes?
The fever has gone down. Her temperature is nearly normal. They think, well, they're certain that she's out of danger. I've seen her myself. She's quiet, sleeping peacefully.
It's a miracle.
Yes. I agree with you. The doctors themselves...
Are you sure? They couldn't be mistaken.
I think not. She's going to get well.
I'm sorry, you'll have to excuse me.
I can't quite believe it.
No. In that room 3 days ago when Anna was dying, she persuaded us to shake hands. You were moved to forgive her and me. Will you shake hands now?
Willingly.
Thank you. I had better go.
No, wait, please. I have something I wish to say to you. Pray be good enough to listen.
Certainly, what is it?
I must explain to you my feelings. No, it's better not to use emotional words even when speaking of emotions. I desire you to make no mistake about me. I must explain to you my motives, the motives that have guided me in the past and those that guide me now.
Do you consider it necessary?
I'm sorry, I do. Please. You know that I'd already decided on a divorce.
I knew it was in your mind, yes.
Proceedings had already begun. I was not prepared, for many reasons, to submit myself to the deceit and subterfuges of a divorce by arrangement. As an innocent man, I couldn't proclaim myself guilty in the eyes of the world.
Nobody in the world would believe that you were.
In that case, I should have proclaimed myself a liar.
I see.
But that was only a part of it. I confess that I wanted to be revenged, both on you and on her. That she should be degraded, banned from remarriage, prevented from ever again seeing her son. I felt that nothing less would satisfy me. In Moscow, when a telegram came, I wouldn't believe in her repentance. She said she was dying. I hoped that she was.
But you hoped for that?
God forgive me, yes! On my journey here, I hoped to find her dead. Your aversion is very natural.
No, you are quite wrong. I was only surprised to find in you such a... Excuse me, such a depth of feeling.
Surprised? Oh, yes, I suppose so.
But to wish someone dead... No, I don't find it strange. Though for myself, I've never had to meet that situation. I am a soldier, as you know, and soldiers are trained to face death. They are also trained to contemplate the death of their enemies, or rather, the enemies of their country. And for a soldier, they're one and the same. Has that ever occurred to you?
No, I don't think so.
You see, a soldier has to imagine not only his own death, but the necessity to kill. This is more difficult, but a good soldier learns quickly. You must have thought of Anna as your enemy, as I was. So you wished her to die. It's not so strange. Now, what astonished me was that you were prepared to forgive.
But that's what I wanted you to know. I forgave her. And I forgive you. Because only in forgiveness can I find salvation. No, it's more than that. It's happiness. Joy. Oh, I pray to God not to deprive me of this joy of forgiving.
You are making me ashamed.
Oh, you must find your own salvation.
I know that.
My duty is plain. Oh, you can do what you like. Drag my name through the mud, make me the laughingstock of the world, but I shall not forsake her. And I shall never reproach you. I'm bound to stay with her now, and I will. And when she wants to see you, I'll send word. You see, the most wonderful thing is that in spite of my wishing, she's going to live.
There now. Oh, the blessed sweat. There now. All the fever pouring out. I love to see it. There now, my pretty.
Anushka, have you been crying?
Madam. We all thought...
So did I. Over now. How is my baby?
Very well.
Beautiful. A lovely little girl.
I should like to see her. My hair! What's happened to my hair?
Drive on. Anywhere. Drive anywhere.
Oh, you can do what you like. Saint. My name through the mud, make me the laughingstock of the world.
Hands away. Look at him. I want you to look at him.
And I shall never reproach you.
You were my husband, too. And I was explaining. Suddenly it all changed. Alexey. He's a saint.
I confess that I wanted to be revenged.
He's a saint.
I forgave her.
I'm falling.
And I forgive you.
I'm falling. Oh, God. Oh, God.
And I forgive you.
Look at him.
But I shall not forsake her.
I want you to look at him.
You must find your own salvation.
The necessity to kill. A soldier imagines his own death. His own. He's trained to face death.
What happened?
Herman, where the devil is...
Thank God. Thank God you're alive.
Herman, pick that up.
Give it here. No, sir. But I won't.
Well, Betsy, I'm glad to see you. Have you visited Anna?
I was allowed one glimpse.
How is she?
Better, thank heaven, and the fever's quite gone, but she's as weak as a kitten, and they won't let her speak much. No gossip today, Varya.
That's hardly what I came for.
Oh? Something more serious, perhaps?
Indeed, yes. And you'll get to know in any event, so I may as well tell you.
Then it's not a deadly secret. Pity.
Part of it is. And I hope you'll keep that part to yourself.
But of course. Varya, you know me.
Know me too well. But I believe you're fond of my brother-in-law.
Alexey? Is it about Alexey?
Last night he did a dreadful thing.
For heaven's sake, what?
He tried to kill himself. What? And he's very ill. The shot entered his chest and broke 2 ribs, but thanks be to God it missed the heart. His servant got a doctor very quickly.
Is he in danger?
I don't think so. The doctors say he should pull through with great care and good nursing.
Who's going to nurse him? You.
He asked for me.
Well, no one better. A ministering angel, thou, as everyone knows. What happened here yesterday? Something did, I'll swear to it.
Here? What do you mean?
I don't know, but... Varya, did you come to tell Anna?
Oh, no. I'm sure she mustn't be told.
Not yet, I agree.
I came to see her husband. He ought to be told, don't you think? Then he can break it to Anna when she's well enough. Is he at home?
I believe so, at least it was when I arrived. That's what gave me the notion that... Well, you know he can't stand the sight of me. No, truly, he thinks I'm a naughty influence.
Well, so you are.
Oh, fiddlesticks. I just like everyone to be happy, and Karenina doesn't. But today, quite changed. All sweetness and light. Well, not exactly that, but calm. There was a sort of noble humility about him which I found absolutely repulsive.
Betsy, you're quite shocking.
How I wish I knew.
Oh, surely are you not the Countess...
Varya Fedorovna.
Countess Vronsky.
Ah, yes. You would have come to inquire for my wife. Well, no doubt the princess would have informed you.
Yes, and I'm so pleased she's better.
By God's mercy.
Amen.
I should like to talk to you.
But to me...
I shall not keep you 5 minutes. It's rather important.
In that case, won't you come this way, please?
Varya.
Yes?
Promise you'll let me know as soon as there's any news.
Of course.
Good morning. Beautiful day. I'll take 2 of these. Thank you. Hey! Here you are. 1 each. Good morning. What is your name?
Pyotr, Your Excellency.
And that fine mare of yours. What do you call her?
Slippy.
Slippy. A good name. Now, Pyotr, do you know the house of Prince Sherbatsky in Albert Street?
That I do, sir.
Then I should like to be taken there, if you and Slippy have no objection.
None at all, sir. We shall both be proud and honored.
Yes, Mamma. And on time for once. Oh, my dear boy. So it's all settled. Oh, I'm so glad. I'm so very glad.
for you both.
Well, it didn't take you too long to arrange matters. Oh, Kostya, I'd always hoped for this, even when that little featherbrain seemed to be losing her head over...
Not one word.
All right, Pax, I won't, I promise. Oh, but I'm so pleased, so pleased. I'm just a silly old fool, that I am.
Good gracious. What emotion. Come, now, we must all sit down over here. Kitty, dear, sit by me. There's so much for us to discuss and settle. And Kostya there. Now, the first thing is, when is it to be? Well, we can have the betrothal and announce it, but what date shall we fix for the wedding? What do you think, my love?
Here's the hero, ask him.
Tomorrow, I would say the betrothal today and the wedding tomorrow.
Kostya, what nonsense.
Is it? Next week?
The boy's quite mad.
I don't see.
Well, silly, what about the trousseau?
Trousseau? Kitty, do you want it?
Indeed I do. And what's more, I want the prettiest trousseau a bride ever had.
And you shall have it.
Well, in that case...
Now, let me see. We should soon be into Lent, and then there's Easter. Yes, I think it must be April.
April? Not till April?
Oh, not a day before the middle of April. Oh, we could have the betrothal immediately and make the announcement. There. Now, is that agreeable to you? Good. Now, the next thing...
The next thing, now that you have settled the date, is for you and I to go and attend to our own affairs.
Oh, but I...
You can discuss a lot of things in 3 months, eh, Kostya?
Yes, yes.
Well, come along, then.
Oh, yes.
You shall talk exclusively to me until dinner time. And today? Well, today I doubt if I shall contradict anything you care to say.
Aren't they sweet? Aren't you glad they're so pleased? They really are the dearest parents.
I always knew it'd be like this. I never dared to hope, and yet at the bottom of my heart I was always certain.
I believe I was too. Even when I drove my happiness from me, I never loved anyone but you. Never, Kostya. I was carried away like silly girls often are.
Kitty.
So I must ask you. Can you forget it?
No, I don't think I could forget anything about you. It was a bad time for you, wasn't it?
It was for you too.
Yes, that's what I mean. I don't believe in forgetting the bad times. They're part of our lives.
This was a tiny part.
Yes, but of course, to have come through that and be as happy as we are, that's a good thing.
Oh, I'm sure of it.
Kitty, there are things about me you don't know. Things from the past. I've thought about it a great deal, and I've decided I must tell you. Not now. Before we're married.
Very well, Kostya. You must tell me when you wish. I want to know everything. I'm not afraid of anything. So that's agreed.
Agreed that whatever I might have been, whatever I may be, you'll still accept me. You won't go back on your word.
Oh, never. Never, my dearest. I'm not afraid. Kostya, I do love you.